Jake, rattle and roll. Hit it. All right, everybody say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
This is the 2019 holiday edition of the WLK Friday Beer Buzz.
And the Friday Beer Buzz is powered by Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Sharp and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter.
All right, Lindo Sabatini in the studio. Lindo, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and yours.
Merry Christmas.
My wife is here today. Karen is here. Say hello, Karen. Say hello on the radio. There you go.
She's also your driver.
Yes. And if you talk right into the microphone, the union says you have to get a check. So say... Oh. There it is. Yeah, we have a union. You say union and hidden microphones turn on, you get kicked out. Amanda's here. Amanda is our Special Operations Director. Becky from the Crown's Brewing Company is here. And of course, and always, without Bill from mybeerbuzz.com, this would be just nothing but dead air. So here we go.
It could be dead air if you'd like. I have no problem. Segment 4.
Here we are. We have special guests, and that's Bill's intro.
We do, yeah, and I have to change the intro a little bit because it is joining us from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and Archbald, Pennsylvania. We have Mark and Chris from Breaker Brewing Company.
Merry Christmas.
So before we dive into the 4 beers sitting in front of us for the 4th segment.
Let me just interrupt for a second. Jake, music goes away now. There we go. Very good.
I feel like
Jake, he was dancing in there. I had to alert him.
I feel like we were screaming or something.
Don't worry about it. Jake, rattle and roll. You're doing a hell of a job for the school
Segment
district.
4. We're still here.
So it's Christmas Eve, and I thought the guys could provide a Christmas update on the Archbald facility.
This is the happiest day of my life.
Now they're thinking like, hey, wait a minute, we're recording this, and what's going to be ready on?
Did you ever see that movie Back to the Future? No.
So give us any reasonable update that might happen on Christmas Eve.
We might be open right now.
I'll take that.
Well, let's take into account the fact that this is a pre-recorded show, and these guys are working as hard as they can to get the Breaker Brewing Outpost. Is that the official name?
Yep.
Yeah.
Outpost will be hopefully open by Christmas.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
that's what you guys are working
we
on.
took a major bite out of their Saturday to sit here and record this this special. So
I'm sure they're loving that. I mean,
tell us a little bit about the
I know I
facility, about the size of the facility, tap lines, that sort of thing.
It's a pretty big building, big cathedral ceilings, all kinds of stuff. We had to clean it all out, get rid of all the Budweiser signs, all that fun stuff. Get that all gone. And then put all of our stuff in there. Lots of artwork from my father.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we have down in Wilkes-Barre.
Shout out to Art.
Yep.
your dad's an artist and photographer.
He is.
Yes, he is.
yeah.
And his name's Art.
Yeah.
It was meant to be.
Jeez, I got goosebumps.
But we're getting really close. New cooler, new tap lines, new kitchen. Everything is new for the place. So.
All right, and for those folks, and most people in the Up Valley do know, but for folks who don't know, we're talking about the former location of the Wildcat Saloon and Eatery.
Yes.
Is now Breaker Brewing Outpost.
Correct.
Outpost.
Yes.
What a nice job. You guys are practically, not like that I ever would, but practically within walking distance of my house.
Yes.
There's no way I'm walking there, but I'm just saying, that's how close we are now.
Yeah.
We had to walk home.
Yeah.
We could.
Yes.
We could.
Up Valley
Excellent.
gets you.
Yeah, we're really excited about getting open. So I mean, it's really
Lots
close.
of work though, right?
Yeah, tons of stuff. Just we're trying to balance brewing, running the place in Wilkes-Barre, and getting the new place open all at the same time. So. Life is crazy as usual,
And I think it's really cool that John and Karen has offered up the
right.
couch in the guest bedroom
Thank
for
you, Bill.
anyone.
I'm glad you reminded me. I'm glad you.
Do you want to give out your address?
Sure. And my phone number, my social security number, and my checkbook routing number. Certainly.
So we're starting with 4 beers here. One was a bit of a surprise beer that Lindo brought, and it fits in perfectly with what we're doing. Look at the label on this beer. It fits in with the history of Breaker Brewing Company.
Yeah.
In a really significant way. It is 2012 Belsnickel. So what were you guys brewing on in 2012? What and where?
Well, we were still in Chris's garage at the time. And so
That's not a joke, by the way.
No, this is the last beer, I believe, brewed at that location. Mm-hmm. And so it's the last one for the year for his garage.
Yeah.
So we made the Belsnickel. We bottled it there. So it's kind of interesting to try this one now.
Yeah.
And I think it held up great.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys even have a bottle of 2012
I
Belsnickel?
think we have some stash somewhere. And another shout out to somebody, Brian, the one guy that works with us. He every time we make a beer, he hides some somewhere.
He's like a backtrack.
So
He's
there's
an
archivist.
backtrack. Yeah.
So there's some somewhere in our brewery that he has hidden. So
Oh, I thought you meant like in a shrub on his way home or something.
it could be that too.
You'll go moving some boxes around. You'll be like, "What is this?" And it's like, and you'll find some of his stash, and he'll be like, "No, it's all good."
You know, when Lindo brought this bottle in and we opened it up here, and it tastes delicious, by the way, all these years later.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Really, you know, if not every time, practically every time you guys are on the show, we mention the fact that we'll talk about humble beginnings, literally in a garage with an air conditioner that was overcranked.
Yes.
Correct? To keep that room cool, so the beer would
Absolutely.
stay cool. This is the last beer that came from there.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And it's delicious till this day.
The beer gods.
And funny, Lindo kept it in the trunk of his car. That was weird. You would think the summer heat would have had some effect on that, but no. No.
It aged really, really nicely. The beer gods have been kind to this beer and kind to Breaker Brewing for sure. You guys are doing it right, and it's so much fun to watch. We have another Belsnickel, and this one has another unique and entertaining story.
Tell them all about it, Chris.
It is a 2019. Yeah, tell us all about it, Chris.
Okay, so what we have is a 2019 bourbon barrel aged Belsnickel. This is aged in a Jim Beam barrel.
Jim Beam bourbon.
Jim Beam bourbon
I don't know
barrel.
all Jim Beam. I'm not a whiskey connoisseur. Or
No.
Yeah.
But anyway, we
As long
just
as you can still say it.
we just pulled it out of the barrel 2 days ago and transferred it into a holding tank, and it was yet to be carbonated. So this morning before we came up here, I stole my son's SodaStream soda maker.
For real?
Well,
No.
for real. Right. So I poured it off. We tried to carb it up, and poured it into a crowler and capped it up real quick. So
Wow.
it may not be as carb as a final product, but yet we're going to enjoy it today.
Listen, I'm glad you said it was just like the SodaStream treatment that you gave it instead of like, so we dropped 2 Alka-Seltzers in. Hope for the best.
So it is carbonated. It is
It's-
Belsnickel aged for how long in a Jim Beam bourbon barrel?
What, 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, about 4 or 5.
Half an hour, 25.
Yeah, no, it was definitely, yeah.
And what was the reaction when you pulled the SodaStream out at home and it started?
They didn't see me take it. I just took it.
So on Christmas Eve, your son is going, wait a minute.
This doesn't taste right.
So the bourbon imparts the really nice bourbon vanilla flavors to it, a little bit of the oak tannins, the little subtle oak tannins.
Yeah.
It'll be carbonated and bottled at some point.
It'll be available now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get it
Available
today.
last week.
So too late
Yes.
when we're on the air.
Yeah.
All right, so what now? ABV-wise, Belsnickel, generally speaking, do we know, or are we in the ballpark here? What do we expect here?
8.5.
8.5. And after it comes out of a bourbon barrel, is that dramatically affected or pretty much down the middle?
A couple of ABV
A little
points.
goose?
Not like
Tenths.
We won't put it on
whatever.
the bottle, though.
Yeah.
Like it just.
I got you.
Whatever happens,
Happens. Here it is.
And
happens in a bottle?
style-wise, what is Belsnickel? Remind everyone.
Belgian quad style.
So it's another Belgian quad. That's our third quad. If I had been thinking
That'd be 12
ahead of time,
altogether. I did the math.
we
I went to
would've-
Valley
yeah.
View. You're welcome.
We would have done 4 quads on the show. Maybe next time.
Quad of quads.
All right, that's enough drinking for us. That we're done. For me, anyway.
So Belsnickel is a classic. Are you going to release the bourbon barrel version and the original version, or just this year the bourbon barrel
The
version?
original version will be on tap only.
Nice.
And the bourbon is out in
Bottles
bottles.
only.
22-ounce bottles. And you can get in crowlers. You can get the original in crowlers.
Yep.
Yes.
So nice. You can take this home, enjoy it on the couch. This is a strong beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not as strong as some, but
It sounded like a question, didn't it?
It is.
Well,
But
listen,
anyway.
you know, I will tell you that, and you guys, you know, obviously the doors will be open if they're not already open in Archibald. And we have talked about this before, but I remember back in the day, I remember years ago, I walked into a casino in Atlantic City, and Willie Mays was the greeter at the door. All right. I'm volunteering now to be your greeter at the door at the Breaker Brewing Outpost. You're not even care if you pay me, just every once in a while.
He's 100%.
Whenever I get thirsty,
Yeah.
that's all I'm.
John will be the mayor
That's
of
right.
Breaker Brewing Company North.
That's right, the mayor of Sturgis.
We like that.
So I think it's fun here to contrast the garage to WB to now looking forward to Archibald Outpost opening. So this is really a fun layout.
It was a nice.
We have a third and a fourth beer here because
Why stop now, Bill?
right, because I can't even add up how many.
So we've been.
Yes, tell us about the first one. The first one has is Hop Pillow, and I love the logo.
Well, yeah. We've been drinking all these quads and Belgian styles and all that stuff, but what we really love is IPAs.
Yeah, me too.
So we figured we'd bring a couple IPAs up. So first one is Hop Pillow. It's a 6.7, 6.6. Not too high. We've been doing a lot of 9% IPAs, but this one's a little bit lower. Pillowy, soft. I can't remember the hops right offhand, but
tastes like Citra.
Citra, Mosaic, definitely in there. A couple other guys.
This smells great. This has got that dank sort of.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man!
And see, we've been drinking these sticky, sort of sweet, and for the IPA guys, this is like the breakout move.
6.7.
6.7% ABV.
Thank you, Amanda.
And we have one last one, and it is SCC IPA, which stands for.
That is Salted Caramel Coffee IPA, and no, that's we used salted. Well, we use salt, caramel. Coffee in it? It gets more difficult as the day goes on here. But
we could have guessed that, I think.
anyway, it's the first thing you get. You're going to get a nose of coffee.
Yeah.
And then but it finishes IPA, which is kind of nice. So I like both. You know, in the morning I have coffee. At night I have IPA.
Yeah.
So this kind of works out. So I guess I could have this at midday.
Afternoon beer.
You could have this for breakfast too, depending.
Really, really nice beer.
Whatever your schedule
It
is.
really plays with your palate. The lineup of beers here really plays with your palate. Guys, it has been so much fun to watch the journey. It's been so much fun. We've celebrated several Christmas shows with you.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's been so much fun to do that. And I can't wait to visit Archibald Outpost and sleep on John's couch.
Chris and Mark from Breaker Brewing. How about a nice hand for these guys? Congratulations. Breaker Brewing Outpost will be open before we know it. If it's not open already today, here as we're on the eve of Christmas. All right, want to say thanks to some folks. Want to say thanks to Becky Krantz from the Krantz Brewing Company who's here today.
Becky.
Amanda Sheptek, our Director of Special Operations. My lovely wife Karen is here. Thank you, my wife. Lindo Sabatini, without his support, there would be no show. So thank you, Lindo. Merry Christmas. And the producer of our show and the man who knows it all, right there, he's Bill from mybeerbuzz.com. Bill, thank you very much.
And thank you, guys. And it would not be possible without the two of you. We've had so much fun doing
Definitely
this.
had fun.
And
Absolutely.
500 shows coming up,
Coming up.
everybody.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. The Friday Beer Buzz, the Holiday Beer Buzz, brought to you by Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter.
This is the Friday Beer Buzz Special Holiday Edition. People together.
Christmas.
Yay!